Popular delay pedals are big, store hundreds of presets, have more algorithms you'll ever need for the Sunday service, and make you scroll through endless menus to adjust a setting. There hasn't been a delay pedal with the perfect mix of simplicity, functionality, and good tone. Until now. Introducing the Cusack Rebound Delay.
Today is a pretty exciting day. I'm going to be debuting a pedal in church that I have not played with before. It's a delay pedal that I think can completely substitute my strumming timeline because it's just that good. It's going to be on this board, my mono small, which I have decided to make it truly small. Very simple, 2 overdrives, 1 delay, 1 reverb. That's it. What's cool is I've got the expression pedal mapped to the mix control of the delay, so I can have anything from mild to wild delay just by rocking the pedal.
Before we carry on, a big shout out to today's sponsor, Cusack Music, who very kindly sent this to me. I had to pinch myself when the email first came in because I'm a huge fan of the company, having seen and heard their pedals on Nigel Hendroff and Jeffrey Cundy's pedal boards. I want to thank Brendan for the wonderful communication we had regarding the pedal, working through potential kinks, and for hearing me out. I'm greatly honored to have been a small part of the process in getting this pedal out. Thank you, Cusack Music. Links to the product page and socials are in the description box and linked comment, so do check them out later. I'll divide our time together by giving a list of pros and cons for a balanced review of the Rebound Delay in the context of worship music. So let's start with pro number 1. It has an excellent core sound for worship. Delay is an integral part of our sound and worship ministry, and if we distill the types of delays used most prominently throughout the years, we need a good analog delay where the repeats are warm and a good digital delay where the repeats are pristine clean. The Rebound has these 2 bass delay tones covered, with my favorite being the Mod analog program. It's based off a 70s big box deluxe Memory Man, the GOAT of analog delay tones. Admittedly, my bias towards the Deluxe Memory Man stems from being an Andy Timmons fan, so it was very satisfying to get these tones from a pedal with this small a footprint. Speaking of satisfying, this leads us to pro number 2. Its other sounds are very usable. If you're inspired by glitchy synth-style music and incorporating that into worship, here's looking at you, Mr. Anthony Groves. This delay has some incredible pitch tracking. I've never really played with pitch delays or reverse delays that have altered pitches, so this was groundbreaking for me. Additionally, for studio work, the ducking delay is an excellent choice if you need your playing to be clean in a dense mix with ambience fading in only at the end of a phrase. Pretty incredible that this sounds so good in such a small package. And speaking of the package and its feature set, we have Pro number 3. It is easy and intuitive to use this pedal. No hidden menus, no screen to read off. Everything is openly accessible except for an interior dip switch to configure the stereo output. But hey, we're virtual players, so it's only true stereo for us. But if you wanted to, you could have wet-dry outputs respectively. Delays shouldn't be complicated, and that ethos is evident in the control layout for the pedal. My recommended settings is to turn on trails to have the repeats carry on if you ever decide to turn the pedal off mid-song, and adjust the level control to match dry signal. You should capitalize on presets, and with 8 slots over 4 banks of 2 presets each, you have plenty to last through the Sunday setlist. Press the left and center foot switches to scroll through the banks indicated by a specific flashing LED color, then press either the left or the right to activate the left or right preset on the bank. If you decide to create a specific delay for a song, start with the delay program, the time, mix, and feedback controls to set your desired sound, tempo, and effect level, then use the parameter knob to adjust something specific to the program. Most programs will adjust the tone of the repeats to make them brighter or darker, while some adjust the modulation speed or the pitch. You can also select a tap tempo subdivision, including the essential data if setting, and tap in the desired tempo. When you're done, save the preset by pressing the left and right foot switches simultaneously briefly until you see the bypass buttons flash with alternating lights. Assign it to either the left or right slot by pressing left or right, and you're done. Now mind you, I come from a Line 6 multi-effects background where sitting at my computer to program sounds on a PC editor is my preferred modus operandi. I can confidently say this workflow to edit and save presets wasn't that difficult to get used to. That being said, the simplicity does have its drawbacks, and let's start with the most significant one. Con number 1, it doesn't have tempo sync over USB or MIDI. It's not very fair of me to list this as a con, but knowing my fellow virtual guitar gearheads, they'll have larger pedal boards that will sync with one another via MIDI. This is by design a much simpler pedal without MIDI. You have to manually tap in the tempo at the start of songs, which you'll have to be mindful of if you're close enough for the front row of the congregation to hear your taps. Thankfully, these are soft touch foot switches, so the noise generated isn't that loud. There is a workaround. If your worship team uses a click track, make use of those presets to store different tempos for the different songs. However, that may not be possible with the second con. Con number 2, some programs don't listen to the tap tempo. The dual delay program is my second favorite program because I can get the quarter note plus .8 delay setting. The only problem, while the first delay listens to the tap tempo, that second delay doesn't, and it can only be adjusted via the parameter knob. At the time of this video, the workaround to this is to manually program the dual delay in by ear and feel, then save this as a preset. However, I'm told that there is the possibility of up-revving the dual delay program such that both delays listen to the tap tempo, with the parameter knob altering the subdivision on the second delay. This may be a standard feature in the future release of the pedal, so keep your eyes peeled for that detail when it's available. Admittedly, as I'm a little old school, I quite enjoy the satisfaction of dialing in delays by ear, but what about you? Comment below if you need that second delay tempo sync. Lastly, as a result of a screenless, no hidden menu design, con number 3, mapping the expression pedal can be confusing. Every combination of foot switch presses and LED flashing is utilized in this design, and for expression pedal configuration, the procedure is as follows. On a preset, whether left or right, Press all 3 foot switches briefly until the preset LED slowly blinks. Move the desired knob you want to control via expression and then save the preset by pressing the left and right switches together and override the count preset. The problem is that you may not hit all 3 foot switches at the same time. There's quite a small margin of error and you need to be familiar with the visual feedback of the LED flashes to know which switch you didn't press. Alternating left-right blinking, you're saving a preset and didn't press the middle switch. LED change color, you're switching preset banks and didn't press the right switch. LED blinking with an alternating white LED, the pedal is in live mode and you didn't press the left switch. While this can cause confusion, it's a matter of practicing getting used to the pedal. It's like buying a car and using it for the first week. You'll tend to over or under press the brakes because you're still adjusting to the sensation and tactility of the pedal. Likewise, give it a week or two of persistent usage and you'll eventually get used to it. In conclusion, I believe this delay pedal is a better investment than one of the popular delay pedals in the worship world. It's simple, functional, and has a plethora of sounds you'll actually use. While possessing limitations like no MIDI or tap tempo sync capability, perhaps its limits can teach us to make do with one delay pedal and show us that's all we really need. But what do you think? Do you want the bells and whistles of a big box delay pedal, or will this simple design fit all your needs? Are there any missing features you wish was on this? Let me know in the comment section below. If you've gotten value out of this video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to grow the channel and join the community. Check out my Buy Me a Coffee page where you can directly support the channel or get one of my preset packs for your Line 6 device. This amps preset is in my HX Sound Worship Essentials pack, so for those of you who've downloaded it before, check your link for a free update. If you enjoy Gear Perspective reviews like this, I have one outlining the potential issues you'll face with the Line 6 HX Storm XL. It has clips of me playing live with my beloved worship team The Encounter, which puts the Storm XL through its paces in a live worship environment. See you there.